Watch this video if you're tired of being broke. I guarantee after watching this video, you will have tools, you will have knowledge, you will have resources to not be broke anymore, to have funds in your account, things to do the things you want to do. Now, my name's Cameron Becht. I own CBC Agency. It is a marketing agency as well as 2 podcast studios. We do about anywhere from 40 to 70 grand a month in revenue. It really varies sometimes. But I've helped build businesses. I've done a lot for my clients. So today we're going to apply this for a personal level. So if you are somebody, let's say you are 18, 19 years old, and you're like, how do I just start making money? How do I get more revenue? How do I start building more wealth? Just for an example. Now, I'm by no means the master of anything, but I can share the knowledge that I have now to get me to a place where I am doing that kind of revenue. Now, and I'll say this frankly too, a lot of people say, oh, I make $1 million a year. Okay, no, you don't. Your revenue is $1 million a year. Your profits aren't that. My profit margins are around 50 to 60%. I like being transparent. I will tell you guys now, I'm probably the most transparent person you will ever meet when it comes to business, anything in life. That is what I'm here for. So let's start with step 1. You're at a job. You're at a job you don't like. That's the first thing. If you want to start building wealth, I'd say the number one thing you can do is get out of that job you do not like. Now, my first job was, I think, American Eagle, and I hated it. It was maybe $15 an hour. I did not like it at all. I wasn't excited to go to work, and I didn't really work a lot. It means I didn't strive for promotions. I didn't strive to do more about the business. I didn't really care about the business. So in the results, my bank account showed that I didn't care. Your bank account has a pretty close correlation to how much you care to really have it grow. So I left that and I started going to a supplement store. In a supplement store, I started making pretty okay money. I think there was one month I had like a $800 or maybe $1,000 commission check because I sold a lot. And I started to understand that I really, really liked selling things. And that was something interesting that I noticed. I was like, oh, okay, there's a salesperson in me. Like that's what I like doing. Like, I'm good at sales. Now I was selling smaller ticket items. There were definitely days where I almost sold like $1,000 in supplements, which is it's a lot in supplements, by the way. So I started scaling that, but I really cared about the business. I almost wanted ownership of it. And I found myself in positions where the owner would just give me more money because I would be interested in marketing, social media, doing things of that nature, because I just wanted to grow the brand. And business owners took that as sight. So if you're working an hourly job right now, first thing I would do is quit your hourly job and then go to a job that you love. It can still be hourly, that's fine. But have some commission base. Like, don't work anywhere unless they have a commission. And don't work anywhere unless they have a clear commission base. Talk to other employees and be like, hey, what's your commission like? Like, do they pay out on time? Like, get a good understanding before you commit to something. So then you can do that, especially if you like sales. Now, if you don't like sales, you got to get skills. You got to have higher earning skills. So I came from the film industry. A higher earning skill is learning editing or learning color correction or being very skilled on set. So you could be a one-man show running a production company and you're trying to do everything yourself and you're getting like $2-3K per gig. Or what I did is I went super niche, hyper skilled in gaffing, which is lighting in the film industry. So setting up the lights and having all that equipment, and I was making anywhere from $750 to $1,500 a day for just me. And then my equipment got day rates where it was like $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. And I could have that in a day. I could have that over a week, over a month. It all just depends on the gig. But I got very skilled in something. So if you're not happy with the revenue that you're making now, it's probably because the skills that you have aren't revenue making skills. The goal of a job is to bring more revenue for a company. Like, the fact that you exist in a business is because the business needs you to make money. And if you do not make the business money, you're not needed. Like, you're failing at your job. That's the whole point. Like, as an accountant in a business or somebody who keeps the books, like, the amount of money that you save a business by doing your role is what you get paid. If you haven't thought about it like that. So really think about it as your job in the business is to move it forward. And if you're not moving the business forward, you become a liability, an expense versus a valuable asset. So you got to convert yourself to a valuable asset. And you can do this anywhere. If you're currently in a job now, if you're in a job and you're like, well, I like my job a lot, but I just want to make more, make yourself indispensable and then provide solutions. Be like, hey, I built this entire AI algorithm, or I did all this content creation for a month, this whole plan or this thing like that. I want to do this, but it's going to take extra time, extra hours, and you can get creative. A lot of times with jobs, I've been like, hey, just give me like an extra 20 hours a week, like flat. Like, no matter what, I want an extra 20 hours a week for the work that I'm doing. And they said yes. It's been said yes a lot. And it's just asking. If you don't ever ask for more, you're never going to get more. But before you ask, make sure that you have something worth asking about. Like you're actually providing real value. Do not come from a place of ego, come from a place of like, this is taking resources. I mean, there's been plenty of times I fronted my own money for businesses. Like literally I don't owe the business anything. I'm just hourly, and I put my own money into a business because A, I want to see if a concept would work in a business platform, and B, putting your own money into a business, if an owner cares about you, he will notice that. He will really, really notice that. And that's huge. I mean, that's a huge win. So those are just some simple tricks right there of things you can do to make more money. And you might, okay, let's even say this. Let's say I don't know how to get more skilled at something. I don't know how to, become better. Well, Google it. Literally Google. So if you work in a med spa, say how to make a med spa make more money. Watch YouTube videos, watch podcasts, watch people who've been really successful in med spas or gyms or whatever, and be like, what did they do that I'm not doing now? Or what are they doing that my company that I'm with is not doing now? Do that market research, because a lot of people just don't do the bare minimum. People don't do the research. They don't get invested in getting outcomes. And you becoming invested in outcomes means that you become invested in revenue, because outcomes equal revenue. The more outcomes you drive for a business, the more revenue you can make. Because think about this, if you drive $30,000 to a business and their profit margins or whatever are set, why can't you get a portion of that? Why not? If they're not willing to do commissions or they're not willing to give you a portion of that, then and you're really invested in, you're like, guys, I want this to grow. Like I really care. Then it's not the job for you. You just got to find a place that will. So develop new skills, be passionate about what you like to do, work hard, do things that no one else is willing to do. Come in a lot, come into work, come in when you're not even being paid. Come in because you just want to be there as an extent. Like, and be obsessed with work to an extent, in a healthy way, or whatever healthy looks like to you. There is no flatline idea, but that is there. And then literally, if you're like, okay, well, I have a low paying job, how to get a higher paying job? The job market is vast. There are constantly people looking for jobs, constantly. Like there's a never ending need for workers out there, especially skilled workers. So just being skilled and then promoting yourself is going to get you work. And, being in rooms with people where you could get work, like just tell everyone, say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm doing it. And this is how it's going to happen. And you just keep saying it enough. People are going to catch on to that energy, catch on to that vibe and be like, oh, I think this guy's really going to do it. So in doing that, you draw more money to you, as simply as that. Also, there's different, if you're just trying to make more money too, there's plenty of jobs you can go to. Like a phlebotomist, I think makes like 40 an hour or 30 an hour or whatever. You could be an MA and not make that much. I mean, in my head, there's just so many different ways to find a job and just do it and hire well that you can figure it out yourself. You will. Like it's going to happen. And if you're not sure where to find them, co-working spaces are an amazing way to network. I've found that it's an amazing, amazing way to network. So go to co-working spaces and pitch what you do. But you need to have a deep understanding of the job market, what you do, how that fits in, and then get in the mindset of an owner and think, okay, if I am an owner, what would I find valuable? And become that. And it's similar to relationships, think about what does the perfect partner look like, and then become that perfect partner. And then you'll attract a perfect partner for you. This applies in all aspects. It applies in business, it applies in relationships, it applies in friendships. It is a constant throughout everything. Another way to stop being broke is to do the things you say you're going to do. That means that if I say I'm going to be here this time, you do that. That means if I say I'm going to complete this project, I'm going to complete the project. That means that if I am going to do something, it happens. There's a direct correlation to my words being powerful, because when I say a word, that word becomes a reality. That is power. That is the definition. So in doing so, you get really good at those two things. Like that's going to make you a more valuable asset. Like that's a skill in itself. And doing that will make you make more money. Guaranteed. So another way to make money, you can figure out what you're spending your time on, because time is money. And you want to eventually get out of the game of trading time for money and trading skill for money. Like that's where we want to be. So for me as an agency owner, I've gotten skilled at, being able to find clients, being able to market, being able to sell, being able to have a delivery that is less than what I charge. Like those are the skills that I'm developing now, and presenting myself, communication, energy and presence. Like those are all skills that I developed, and those are higher leverage skills than, probably something else. You just got to think about what are those leverage skills and what are the skills that high performers have that they're utilizing that make them that money. So, you do that, and that's how that's going to scale for you. And these are all places like we're walking through the timeline of working at an hourly job, like 15 an hour, 17 an hour, and keep going up and up and up, because you get to a manager position. You're making, 45,000 a year is like $20 an hour. It's not much. Getting 60, 70, 80,000 a year, you start getting, okay, I'm making a little more. Then you get to 100 and then 200 and 300, and it just keeps compounding. And it's like this. So your curve of making money tends to go slow, and then it explodes out of nowhere. And that's the curve. The curve is you grind, you work really, really, really hard, and then the payoff comes out of nowhere. And people think, oh my gosh, you're killing it right now. And it's like, I've been killing it for 5 years and I'm going crazy, but now you're just seeing the fruit. You're seeing all of the beauty of the hard work that I've done. Now, of course, another way to make more money is to watch your expenses. You do not need nice things. Wear the exact same outfit every day. Actually have less decision fatigue, because the less decision fatigue means you have more energy and time to put into the business, to put into your skills, your craft. Becoming hyper obsessed with your skill or craft, it's just gonna make more money in general because you're a better practitioner. But in doing so, it helps you just perform faster. Do less things, like live closer to work, wear less stuff, don't go out with your friends, don't drink alcohol. The bill's so much more expensive with alcohol. Eat at places that are cheaper, like watch what you're spending. I'm actually a firm believer that you don't need to eat at home all the time to save money. Especially if you think about like how much food it takes to sustain your body or whatever. Like meal prep for me, I'm spending $15-$60 on a meal prep regardless for it to be like an even kind of filling meal, because I'm a not super small guy, I'm not giant, but in my head, I might as well just go to Moe's, go to Qdoba and get something for $12 and it'd be just as much food, more food, honestly, and just be done with it. I don't have to clean. I don't have to like cook. I don't have to do the dishes or pay for G&E for all that. It's just done. There's actually a lot less risk in going to a restaurant and getting food than there is cooking at home, because now you're doing that time. You can walk in, get something in, I walk in Chipotle and get food in 5 minutes, probably sooner. And I can then take that time to then keep on learning skills and keep on trading that value. So do that. Think about how valuable your time is, and what actions can I be doing in hour to hour basis that give me the higher leverage. Like I do not need to be going to drop off something. Like for me, I got to think, I'm very, very mindful of where I spend my time and where I want to put energy into. And even now I find myself doing things I don't need to do. Like I still edit videos. I do not need to be editing videos as an agency owner. I need to be growing and focusing on the business. And it's something hard to do because you get very involved and invested in the thing that you want, but you need to be mindful. Like I still do the thing I know I don't need to be doing, but I'm aware that, this is a lower leverage task for me. Like I could be doing something better. And it honestly keeps me honest, and it keeps me on it, because I'm like, okay, well, I know I could be doing better. I know I could be doing more. So I really just need to do better and do more. And I need to work at that. I need to build systems and build things that get me away from this thing so then I can focus on that. So these are important things to think about and realize when growing your wealth and growing your money. As well, we're talking about growing more money. Don't invest. Do not do all this whole Bitcoin and all that thing. You can, and it can work, but I see much higher ROI in just owning a business, scaling something, developing skills. That's got me more money than anything else. That's more than I've ever had in investing. When I was young, I think like 18, 19, I did a day trading. I had a buddy who was like, do day trading. And I threw like $1,000 into it, and it like did good. And then it was just all over the place. And I probably didn't have the maturity to really scale with day trading. It was also probably a Ponzi scheme too. I'm pretty sure. But you just need to develop the skills. Like that made learning how to work in film made me so much more money. Learning how to market made me so much more money. Learning how to run a business made me so much more money. Like that's where the money came from. That was the investing. Investing in myself was the investing. So invest in yourself. Don't spend $500 on a outfit or on a car payment per month. Spend $500 on literally a 30-minute conversation with someone where they are doing exactly what you want to do. Like you can be like, hey, I'll give you $500. You just tell me how to do this thing. That's where value comes through. I'm still doing that now. I pay a coach $1,000 a month who works with the top performers in the field, in whatever field. One's like the CMO of a giant healthcare company. And that's where I need to be. I need to be in rooms having conversations with those people. So if you want to make more money, be in rooms with people who are really successful, ask them questions, ask for advice, pay for their time. If they give it for free, even better. And that's where you'll find a lot of results. So I hope this video gave you some clarity and some insight on how to generate more revenue for you, like right now, and some actionable items to do that. And if you want more insight and if you want more clarity, send me a DM. I'd love to have a conversation with you and, you know, maybe push you in the right direction to what wealth looks like and what generating more revenue looks like. By no means am I saying I'm great or that I figured it all out. I'm learning every single day myself. And I look up to a lot of other people like Alex Hormozi and Stephen Bartlett, who have built these big things. Like, I would love to have a conversation with them someday soon. But, you know, I just know where I'm at now. I know there's people that would want to be where I'm at now, and I want to get them to where I'm at, because I could probably work with you. I could probably do something with you in the future, and I'd love to. So leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I was at 100,000 subscribers. I'm really trying to get back to that 100,000 mark. It's just a goal that I have personally. I want the plaque. I'm selfish. I want it. It's a thing that I desire. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon and see you in the next video.